Picture this, it's at 2 a.m. at the front desk. A guest storms toward you, face red, voice rising. Their room key doesn't work, they've been traveling for 18 hours, and you are about to become their target. Sound familiar? Hi everyone, welcome back to the Hospitality Lounge. I'm Armin, and if you've worked even one shift in hospitality, you know that moment I just described. That split second where everything can either explode into chaos or transform into your greatest professional victory. Here is the truth. In our industry, we don't just sell rooms or meals or experiences. We sell grace under pressure. And the guests who test us the most, they are actually our greatest teachers. Today, I'm sharing the exact framework I've used over years in hotel management to turn explosive situations into 5-star reviews. We are talking about real scenarios, proven psychology-based techniques, and the mindset shift that separates average hospitality professionals from exceptional ones. Because mastering difficult guests isn't just about surviving the shift, it's about transforming conflict into connection. Let's dive in.
Hospitality Lounge.
First, let's talk about the reality. Difficult guests come in distinct patterns, and recognizing them is half the battle. The escalator. These guests arrives already at level 10. Maybe their flight was delayed, maybe they had a bad day, but they are looking for someone to blame. I remember a businessman who checked in at midnight, discovered his corporate rate wasn't applied, and within 30 seconds was demanding to speak to the owner, threatening online reviews, the whole arsenal. The impossible demander. Nothing is good enough. The room is too cold, then too hot. The view isn't right. The pillows are wrong. I once had a guest request a room change 3 times in one night, each time finding new issues. These guests are testing boundaries, seeking control in our unfamiliar environment. The rule breaker. They booked an unrefundable rate but want a full refund. They are smoking in a non-smoking room. You're hosting a party when the reservation was for 2 people. At a hotel I managed, we had a guest who tried to bring in 15 people for an intimate gathering in a standard double room. The silent complainer, the most dangerous type. They say nothing to your face, smile politely, then unleash devastation in online reviews. You only discover the problem when it's too late to fix it. Here's what makes these situations so challenging. Each guest believes they are completely justified. And here is the secret most hospitality training misses. They usually are, at least from their perspective. That businessman, he'd been awake for 20 hours. The room changer, severe anxiety about unfamiliar spaces. Understanding this is where transformation begins. Let me share the moment that changed everything for me. It was a Saturday night, fully booked, when a couple arrived for their anniversary. They specifically requested a high-floor room with a sea view, confirmed twice. But due to the system error, they were assigned a first-floor room facing the parking lot. The husband's face went from excited to furious in seconds. This is unacceptable. We have been planning this for months. You'd ruin our anniversary. His voice was rising, other guests were watching, and my front desk agent looked terrified. This is where most people make the critical mistake. They start explaining, defending, and making excuses. Instead, I used what I call the 3R framework, and it works every single time. Regulate. First, regulate the emotion, starting with yourself. I took a breath, lowered my voice, and said, "You're absolutely right to be honest. This isn't what you planned, and your anniversary deserves to be perfect." Notice I didn't say I understand or calm down. I validate the emotion without minimizing it. His shoulders dropped slightly. The anger had somewhere to go. Redirect. Next, redirect from the problem to the solution. Here's what I can do right now. Not here's what I can't do or let me check. Confidence and immediate action. I pull up our system, showed him our options transparently. We don't have the exact room available tonight, but I have a junior suite on the 5th floor with a partial sea view. I'm operating you at no charge, and I'm adding complimentary breakfast and a bottle of bubble to your room. Resolve. Finally, resolve with empowerment and follow through. I'm personally ensuring your room is perfect before you go up. Give me 8 minutes. I didn't delegate. I went up myself, checked everything, added a handwritten anniversary card, and arranged a bottle of bubbles on ice. When they check out 2 days later, they thanked me specifically. The review they left mentioned the initial mistake, but focused entirely on the recovery. This is what 5-star service really means. So let's bring this all together. The 3R framework isn't just a technique, it's a mindset shift. Regulate means you control the emotional temperature of every interaction. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. You set the tone. Redirect means you're always moving towards solutions, never dwelling on problems. Energy follows where attention goes. Resolve means you follow through with integrity. Your word becomes your brand. Here is the beautiful truth. Every difficult guest is an opportunity to demonstrate an excellence, an opportunity to turn a critic into an advocate, an opportunity to practice grace under pressure. I've seen front desk agents cry in the back office after brutal interactions. I've seen managers quit because they couldn't handle the emotional weight. But I've also seen hospitality professionals transform their careers by mastering this one skill. The guests who challenge you the most will teach you the most. That businessman at midnight, he taught me that speed matters more than perfection. The impossible demander, she taught me that sometimes people just need to feel heard. The rule breaker, he taught me to set boundaries with kindness. Your reputation in hospitality isn't built on the easy days, it's built on how you handle the hard ones. And with the 3R framework, you now have a proven system that works. Now I want to hear from you. What's your most challenging guest story? How did you handle it? Drop it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And if you want more insider hospitality secrets, check out my video on a full day as a hotel receptionist. I will see you in the next time. Keep delivering grace under pressure. Bye-bye.
Hospitality Lab.